Hey, everybody, this is Alex Merced. And basically, what I was doing for my Christmas break was just a fun hobby project. I've been playing with Google's anti-gravity ID and just having a blast using it and building all sorts of things. One of the things I decided to build was a Rust-based Lakehouse catalog. If you don't know what a data lakehouse is, watch a lot of my other videos. I go real in depth about what a lakehouse is and what it is for doing things like data engineering and data analytics. But essentially, it's a way to track all your data, govern the data, and basically become the central point for things to know how to find your data. So this is called Pangolin. It has lots of features. You can go to the website pangolin.catalog.org so you can see it. But just want to quickly show you. I have it currently on, and this is kind of what the UI looks like. So you have a dashboard where I can kind of see different samples of sort of how I would write my Iceberg code to do analytics on my tables. Here I can see data I have access to. So you see I have two catalogs. I can see that I have this demo catalog and I have this demo catalog where I do have a table. Okay, let me actually refresh that. Okay, interesting. Okay, but I'm also actually able to add tables to these catalogs. Okay, and then we have this discovery pane. Oh, I see it froze. Okay. So you have this discovery portal where you can discover data sets. You have catalogs where I can see my list of catalogs, warehouses where you can see your warehouses, which essentially are your storage credentials. So in this case, instead of each catalog being paired with a particular set of storage credentials, you have storage credentials which are warehouses, and then you can pair those up with catalogs. So you can reuse those storage credentials across multiple catalogs. Users, roles, all the stuff's there. And from the API perspective, all of it's working. The UI still has little tweaks I need to make here and there, but the API is solid. So all the features work from an API perspective. And then you don't have to use the UI. There's also a CLI and a Python library that allows you to do all the things: create warehouses, create catalogs, manage users, the whole deal. Okay, but essentially what you do is like you create a warehouse. In this case here, I created this warehouse, which essentially has the information for how to connect to storage. Okay. And then I created catalogs, and both of these catalogs use that demo warehouse. And then I say, hey, where in, you have to, and then this is important, you need to make sure you put a location of sort of where that specific catalog should be storing within that warehouse. Okay. Okay, so then I go over here. I can now use Iceberg, and I just sit there. And since I'm using vendor credentials, I don't have to put in the storage credentials here. It gets that from the catalog. I do have to put in my tenant because Pangolin is multi-tenant, and this is kind of how it knows sort of what tenants to search for as far as all your assets. So that way, if you have like multiple tenants with catalogs with the same name or multiple tenants with the users of the same name, it knows how to reconcile all that. So you do have to pass this tenant header. Okay. And then here's like the URL, and you notice that the URL has a catalog name in it. So that's how you know which catalog you're accessing and whatnot. Okay, so then in case we're building a schema, and then building a new table with that schema, and then essentially that's what we're doing here. So I'll run this code. Give it a second. Again, this is all running off my laptop, so I have like 6 containers running off my laptop right now. So it takes a moment. And I also have like the video recorder and a few other things running. So I am pushing my laptop at the moment. And huzzah, there you go. So you see here, the data was written to min.io. We can see the details of the table there. Okay, perfect. Okay, and you see the most recent snapshot for that table was an append, which is the append we did right over here. Okay, so now I should be able to go to min.io, and if I go over to the warehouse bucket where everything is being stored, I should be able to refresh this, and there you see the demo2 catalog, the demo namespace, and there's a users table that we just wrote, and all the metadata, and the data, users, data, the Parquet file with the data in it. Okay, so it works. We can track Iceberg tables. Okay, and again, I can then use this panel here to govern them. Just to show you one other thing. Now the catalogs don't just track Iceberg tables. Let's say I want to track other things. I can click on a namespace, although that's kind of, I think it's freezing at the moment when I do that. So I'll have to that's going to be a bug I have to fix. It was working. It was working in an earlier iteration, but you fix one thing, you break another thing. But theoretically, you'd be able to click on here on demo namespace. It would bring up a panel where you can actually register, one, create Iceberg tables, and two, basically create what's called a generic table or a generic asset. In a sense, basically a non-Iceberg asset. But yeah, again, everything works from the API perspective. So you can either do absolutely everything with the API, the CLI, the Python library, Pangolin. The UI can do 90% of things. It's just lots of little tweaks and bugs because there's a lot going on as far as like just state management in the actual browser. So I have to just fix those bugs as I find them. But yeah, this is Pangolin.